God bless you. This is Pastor G, and this is a word that you could live by. I want to talk to you today about when you know it's time that God is taking you to another level. We'll have those seasons in our lives when we know that God has taken us to another place. It is at that time that the enemy will really come in, and he'll really try you. He will do things that perhaps you have never seen before. He will use people that you may not expect him to use just to really mess up your timing. Because going to another level is really all about timing. It's about timing and positioning. It's about being in the right place at the right time. And that's why whatever you're going through now, look at it this way, that God is bringing you to a place that's going to be at a certain time, and he's going to use that place and that time to bring you to the next level. So the enemy wants to try to disrupt the flow of God and try to get you out of position and get you out of place. So that's why what God has promised you, it may not be manifested in this particular season, or what I call the preseason, the season when God is preparing you and he's training you and he's getting you ready to get you to that place. That's why you have to be very, very careful with the promises of God, because the enemy sometimes listens in on the promises of God, and he will try to disrupt you from being at the place where God is going to elevate you. So you might not be at the place now that God is going to elevate you, but God knows the place that he's getting you to at that appointed place, where he will elevate you. And so the enemy is trying to stop the flow of God and stop you from getting to that place. You may not be at that place now, and the enemy may even try to tell you that the place that you are at now in your preseason, that's your season, but that's not necessarily the season. So don't always look at your preseason as always being a permanent place, or God is not going to do what he says he's going to do, because it is at your preseason where the enemy comes in, uses people, places, and things to try to stop the flow of God and prevent you from moving from your preseason into your season, because he knows that your elevation won't come in your preseason, but it'll come in your season. So if he can mess with your positioning and get you out of place, then he can stop the move of God. That's why you have to be very, very careful in your preseason, in your time of preparation, and in your time of getting ready. You have to be very, very careful who you talk to, who you tell the promises of God to, because the enemy will use people to try to hold you up in the spirit, amen, to hold you up in your preseason so that you won't ever get to your season. But you have to declare right here and right now that God will do exactly what he said he's going to do. And I have to protect the promise of God, even in my preseason. So there's a lot of you that's working in your preseason, and the enemy's just messing with you in the preseason because he wants to stop the flow of God. But you have to get to the place where you'll say, I will let nothing separate me from my season. I'm going to move into it, even if it's children, even if it's parents, even if it's job, even if it's church, even if it's friends. I'm not going to let anything, even the way I feel about my preseason, even the way I feel now, I'm not even going to let my feelings get in the way. God is preparing me for something, and at the appointed time and the appointed place, he will do exactly what he said he will do. Amen. Amen. For going to another level, God will do exactly what he said he will do. This is Pastor G, and this is another word that you could live by. I'm in my preseason, but my preseason will not hinder me from going into my season. My preseason is just getting me ready. So don't judge me in my preseason, amen, because eyes have not seen, ears have not heard the things that God has prepared for us in our season. Amen. And I'm a living witness that God will do just what he said he will do. I hope this word has blessed somebody. This is Pastor G, and this is the word that you could live by. God bless you.